everyone, Pierre here. So I apologize for not making a video in a while. I just, have been busy with moving in. It is February 9th, 12:23 a.m. It's really early in the morning, or late at night. And I want to make a video, not about hockey, no, about the XFL. I'm going to be a bit more quiet in this video, because at my new house, everyone's asleep. I'm on the bottom level of the house, so I'm kind of underground, so it's a bit cold down here, especially since it just snowed a couple days ago. So yeah, there's like 3 or 4 people that are asleep. So anyways, there was 2 games today. So the XFL, if you don't know, was a league that was first introduced in the early 2000s, I believe 2001, and it was a complete failure. It relied too much, it took football too much away from football, It made the league, on, big hits, which caused injuries and gimmicks, and, they had The Rock on, they had all these WWE stars on, or WWF at the time, to promote the XFL, and it was like super popular at the beginning, then just fell off. So it didn't work out at all. But Vince McMahon is introducing it back, but now with Oliver Luck, who ran NFL Europe a while back. I think this one will actually succeed because, one, it's running literally a week after the Super Bowl. 1 week directly after the Super Bowl. So there was 2 games today. The first one, which is the first game in XFL 2.0 history, was the Seattle Dragons versus the Washington D.C. Defenders, or the D.C. Defenders as they're known. And then the other game was the Los Angeles Wildcats versus the Houston Roughnecks, and the Roughnecks won and the Defenders won. So, I really don't care who wins, but it was really good football. In the first XFL, there were so many missed passes. It was so awful. And with these first 2 games, I know it's only 2 games, it was really good football. Now, the one concern I have is lack of defense. There was a lot of guys that were open, and they just completely made it to the they completely made the touchdown. It's fun to watch that. It's fun to watch high-scoring games. And there's a lot of new rules in the XFL that aren't in the NFL. And I think with Oliver Luck running it, and there's also a few recognizable names, and also the fact that they're offering young out of high school players to play there for money and not go to college, so they could, build up their name in the XFL to play. I don't know if there's any games tomorrow, but I will be paying attention to the XFL. When I heard it was coming back about 2 years ago, I was really hyped, because I remember my dad telling me how much he loved the XFL, and he's a major Kansas City Chiefs fan, but I don't think there was a team in Kansas City. But yeah, where I live in Colorado, there's not a team here. They have a Dallas, Houston, LA, St. Louis, Seattle, Tampa Bay, Washington, D.C., I think, and then 2 more that I can't think of right now. But I'm really going to start paying attention to the XFL, and I'm sorry I haven't made any hockey videos. I just don't know what to talk about. I could do another mock draft or whatever. I could talk about the trade deadline. I could talk about how the Avs won tonight. Philip Grubauer's playing amazing. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what the XFL is like, because it's way different from the XFL back in the early 2000s. It is so different, because the XFL in the 2000s relied on the WWF stars, the sexy cheerleaders, the big hits, rather than, because they know these guys couldn't play football. They handled it so poorly, and Vince McMahon tried to make it a big old gimmick, but now it's real football, and it's really entertaining, and I can't wait to see future games, and I want more of this, because I think, before the Super Bowl and before the Chiefs won, because I was actually born in Kansas City, and before the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, I really wasn't that big of a NFL fan, big of a football fan. I watched the Chiefs. I remember Alex Smith and Jamal Charles, those guys, um, when I was a kid, and then now we have Patrick Mahomes. We just won the Super Bowl, and I was like, I actually really like football because I paid attention to that game. I really did. I'm not saying I like more than hockey, but I'm starting to like it more than other sports, like more than basketball, which used to be my second favorite. But I mean, football's a very entertaining sport, and I understand the mass appeal to it. But there are a few things that the XFL needs to work on. Like, what would help them so much if like next year in the 2021 draft, a guy that was expected to like go to college, a guy that's going in like the top 5 in the NFL draft just goes to the XFL. That just be amazing for them. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited to see if this blows up, because there's been basically every football league that has tried to compete with the NFL has failed. But there's not really been too many modern football leagues, like within the last 20 years, besides the XFL, that have actually like really tried to work. But you know what I think will improve it and really get its name going is if they made a video game. And obviously, me saying that. And this shirt really makes me look fat because it's fucking huge on me. It's huge, man. It is big on me. I'm sorry to expose myself, but like, look how big it is on me, man. It's down to my freaking, like, lower thigh, almost my knee. Anyways, I don't know why I said that. So yeah, also, I don't know why I wore this. I just chose a random hat, and basically, I just randomly said, I was laying in my bed watching, these videos about the XFL, because I had just watching, I wasn't able to watch the Houston Roughnecks versus LA Wildcats game, but I watched the highlights, but I was able to watch the Seattle Dragons game. And what I saw from that game is there was a lot of offense, which brings in fans, not a rough defense game. Because it's hard to make defense entertaining when without getting uh, your players injured, which the XFL showed that back in the early 2000s. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make a ton of videos in the future, but I do want to make videos about the XFL. I do want to make videos about the NHL as well. Um, I don't want to be like the hockey guy and be like, all right, so here's the review for today. The Detroit Red Wings lost to the Buffalo. I don't want to do that because that's so draining, and I have a lot of things to do. Like, okay, I know this is stupid, but like, I've kind of been slumping in school, so I've been trying to improve my grades by studying. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Goodbye.